All right, y'all, day 7, we're going to talk about graphing using a function rule. And we're going to learn a fancy way of doing this. But first, we're going to quick warm up. Go ahead and figure out the starting point and the rate of change of these two tables. I'll help you out with the first if you need. The starting point. Remember, yesterday we talked about the starting point was always 0 something. So in this case, 0, 9. 0, 9 is the starting point. Now, as far as the rate of change, that's the slope. So you can do that by doing your jumps. Goes up by 3, up by 3. Our axis goes down by 8 each time. So our rate of change is the change in y divided by the change in x. So this is going to be 3 over negative 8. Do me a favor, press pause and try the second one yourselves. Ready, go. Alright, so hopefully y'all got a starting point of 0, 4, because that's this point. And then your rate of change, this is going up 2 each time. This is going up 3 each time. Oh, that's the weirdest thing. So you got 2/3. So that's a review of where I need you to be right now. Now today we're going to talk about a general algebraic representation of a linear function where function rule is y is equal to mx plus b. Now this is also called slope intercepts form. Slope intercept form. The reason why it's called slope intercept form is because m, as we know or should know, m is the slope. And b, what we talked about yesterday, b is like our starting point. B is the y-intercepts. B is the y-intercept. Remember, y-intercept is always 0, comma something. All right, so I got some steps for you here of how to graph a function rule in slope intercept form. And you can read this if you want later to help you out, but let's go ahead and let's do a couple. Number 1. Now, at the top of page 2, you might want to write again. Y equals mx plus b. And remember, we're saying that m is the slope and b is the y-intercepts. So, armed with that knowledge, looking at example 1, what is the y-intercepts? The y-intercept there is 2. All right, we're pointing at, this is b. B is 2. So our y-intercept is the point 0, comma 2. Now, if you write just 2, that's fine. I'm not going to get that fussy about that. But I like to write it as an ordered pair to remind myself that this is a point. Then once I got that, let's plot that point. 0, 2 is right there. Remember, it crosses the y-axis. That's 0, 2. Now, what's our slope? Our slope is 1/2. And if you remember, slope is rise over run. Okay, so what we're going to do is put the pencil on the y-intercept, that 0, 2 point. Now our slope is 1/2, which means it rises 1. So you're going to go up 1 point, and you're going to run 2. And you go 1, 2 to the right. Now, double check yourself. Our slope is 1/2, which is positive. Is my line going to be a positive slope? Yes. If I go up 1, right 2, you can see this is a positive slope. Now I want you to make at least three points. You see that I made 4. And then go ahead and draw your line. Go ahead and draw a line here. Looking like that. Except hopefully your line went through your points, unlike me. New computer. I'm still trying to figure out the pen of this thing. Anywho, check it out. Our starting point is at 0, 2, and our slope is 1/2. Oops, sorry. Let's go on to number 2. Now be careful here. What is the y-intercepts? Now remember, m is the number that's attached to x. It's being multiplied to x. So what is the number that is not being multiplied to x in this scenario? This one's tricky. They tried switching it. B is 4. So our y-intercept here is 0, 4. Right? So go ahead and plot that point, 0, 4. Now, if 4 is our y-intercept, what is our slope? Our slope is the number that's attached to x. It's -3. So this would be -3. But if you remember, our slope, we always had our slope as a fraction. And I kept warning you to keep it as a fraction. Today is why we find out why. Slope is rise over run. Well, here we have rise, but that's it. This is rise over, what would be our run here? Our run would be 1. So -3 divided by 1 is the same thing as -3, and that gives us our rise. Our rise, remember, put your pencil on the y-intercept. Rise of 3, 1, 2, 3. Run of 1. Now here's the thing. If I go to the right one, is that going to give me, our slope is negative. Is this a negative slope? No, it's not a negative slope, so we got to erase that point. Instead, if we go up 3, we're going to have to go left 1. We're going to have to run to the left. That's going to give us a negative slope. All right? If I go up 3 again, go left 1, you can see how that's going to give us a negative slope. Now, here's the thing. What if I went, let's go back to our y-intercept. What if I went down 3? Then which way do I got to go? To the right. 1, 2, 3, go to the right. Now here's the thing. Guys, make sure that your slope is going the way you want it to. This is a negative slope, so make sure you're from left to right, your line is going down. Then once you got a bunch of points, go ahead and draw your line. Let's go back here. Even here on on example 1, oops. We went up 1 and right 2. Up 1 and right 2. Well, what if I went down 1? Well, then you gotta go left, because think about this. Up is positive and down is negative, right? To the right is positive and to the left is negative. So if I go down 1, negative divided by left is negative. Negative divided by negative is a positive slope. Here's the thing, y'all. I don't want you to remember, all right, if I go up, then I got to go left. If I go down, then I got to go right. Here's the thing. Just do your rise over run, and then just look at your line. Is it positive? No. Then go the other way. All right? Is it supposed to be negative? Just check that your line is going the direction that it's supposed to go. All right? So back here on page 1 are the things I told you. Make sure your equation is in function form. We'll talk more about that later. Identify and plot the y-intercepts. All right, you find B and plot it. Figure out what your slope is. Rise over run. Plot 3 points. So go ahead and press pause, and I want you guys to try examples 3 and 4. Go ahead. All right, your y-intercept on number 3 is this -1. So hopefully, if you just write -1, I'm fine with that. But again, I like 0, -1. Right there. What was your slope here? -3. So again, if we go down 3, is left 1 going to be right? Well, now it's going to give me a positive slope. I don't want that. I want a negative slope. So down 3, right 1. Down 3, right 1. What if I went up 3? And you go left 1. Oh my goodness. All up in my email. And draw your line, looking like that. It's a negative slope, so it's going down. In example 4, our y-intercept, remember it's the thing that's not attached to x, so that it would be 5. So 0, 5. And our slope is -1/3. So down 1 and run of 3. Oh my goodness. Down 1, run 3. Down 1, run 3. What if I went up 1? And you go left 3. Make sure your line is going... That's a bad point right there. Make sure your line is slanting down from left to right. Oh, make sure your line goes through the points. What are you doing, Smith? Something like that. All right. Page 3. Page 3, we're going backwards a little bit. This is a preview of a chapter that's coming up later. What's our y-intercept here? Our y-intercept right there. Boom, right there. That is the point 0, 3. What is our slope? Well, they gave us a couple points here, right? We could use this one and that one. What's the rise? Rise looks like 3. The run looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5. But is that a positive slope or a negative slope? That is negative. So our slope is negative 3 over 5. So what's the equation? The equation is y equals mx plus b. So our equation would be y equals, what's our m? Well, m is slope. Negative 3/5 x plus, what is b? 3. That would be your equation here. Number 6. Let's try that one. What is our y-intercept? Where does it cross the y-axis? Right here at -2, yeah? This would be 0, -2. What is our slope? I'm going to pick that point and this point way up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, let me draw this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Goes up 9. How much does that run? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So slope, is this positive or negative? Positive. 9 over 4. So that's an ugly fraction, but who cares? Y equals mx plus b. So we got, do this in purple. Y equals, what is m? M is slope. 9/4 x plus, or b is -2. So you could put -2 or you could put 9/4 x minus 2. Like I said, I would accept 9/4 x plus -2 as well. So, your homework tonight is in the book. It's only a few problems. Smith out.